let's talk about this right here. Mr. United Strand, Mr. Frank Sutton. I don't know what his name is, but you guys have, of course, seen his face. You know what the gimmick is all about. Win 5 games before I cut my hair. And yesterday was supposed to be it. United won 4 games. Yesterday was supposed to be 5 out of 5 before the drew to West Ham. And the gimmick will continue for another month, 2 months, whatever it is. But what I found yesterday, like the narratives about him, the reception towards him, the hate towards him, it's something which I've never ever seen before. I will explain to you what I mean. I will explain to you exactly what I mean, because it happened from a fan base, just from fans, which is expected, something I'm not surprised with it, but it also happened with players coming into it. I'll tell you what I mean before we even start the whole thing. Make sure you all like the video right now. Subscribe to the channel, because a lot of you guys watch but don't subscribe. The road to 30K, and of course, comment your own thoughts. This is what I mean. United fans are fuming towards him. They hate him. They absolutely hate him. And for me, this isn't a surprise to me. Like, this guy, he took it like apparently United can't win. It's apparently down to him. And the thing is, especially with people on Twitter who is a toxic place in the first place, TikTok or whatever it is, yeah, they just hate due to jealousy. They are hating the fact that they're seeing one man come out of nowhere, be a nobody, and now having over 1 million over 1.4 million on IG, doing kick streams, who, by the way, he averaged over 100,000 people watching him in a watch-along, which is insane for a football watch-along. I'm pretty sure I've seen some numbers all of his bud, but still crazy what he's done. And you've got people hating. The only reason why you guys are hating is because he's benefiting from it and you guys are not. He's benefiting, he's getting bread, he's making money, and you guys are not. That's the reality. You guys are just jealous. This is how the UK is, fam. This is how the UK is. Once they see someone with a gimmick, and initially it was fun. Initially people was vibing with it. But the more once he gets famous, and once he starts making brand deal and gets million followers and ex-pros in PK, and he's doing collabs with crazy people, that's when people say, you know what, nah, he's doing too much. And then they start hating. That's just jealousy, bro. It just comes down to the evil eye. It comes down to jealousy. So this is not surprising. You guys would love to be in his shoes. Instead, you're not. Instead, you are tweeting about someone who's making money. That's the reality. That is the pure reality of it. But the thing which surprised me the most isn't this. Like, online hate is something is expected nowadays. Anyone can hate. Anyone can get an opinion. And just because you hate on someone, it doesn't mean it's the right. Like, bro, anyone can have an account, bro, and tweet. It means nothing to me. But this is what surprised me the most. Wayne Rooney made a comment about my man. I'll put him on the other side of the country. He's doing my head in. We're talking about Carrick and United trying to win their 5th game in a row, and the whole thing is about this guy getting his hair cut. I bet he would be devastated if United win the 5th game, because all of a sudden he's irrelevant. This is what I don't understand. Wayne Rooney, you played with Sir Alex. You played under Sir Alex. You played under where people used to call the mentality monsters, the mentality kings. That era of Man United, 2008, 2006, that three-peat, which they did, and the Champions League, and so much thing under Ronaldo, Roy Keane, and Rio Vidic, you know what I mean, Scholes. You guys were the mentality monsters, the mentality kings. You guys are the mighty Man United, the greatest team in England, the best team in England, the biggest team in England, one of the biggest team ever. You're telling me you guys are rattled. You guys are blaming a random someone who's doing a gimmick, a harmless gimmick, by the way. He's not hating on the team. He's not putting hate towards them. He is basically asking for a win. He's asking, I want you guys to win. You guys are blaming him over the fact that you guys couldn't win a game over West Ham, who's in relegation right now. You know how crazy that is? You know how, bro, it's mad to me how Wayne Rooney, out of all people, this, like I said, this is nothing. This is just jealousy. Anyone, all the United people who's hating on him, it just comes down to jealousy. It just comes down because they would want to be in that shoes. Someone who used, bro, like Man United was going through with one of the worst period. He was like, you know what, let me just make a gimmick. Let me just benefit. Let me just satisfy myself. And he did it. He satisfied himself, and look what he's done. It's turned into a global sensation. That, to me, is just jealousy. But a Man United legend coming out and saying, he's pissing me off. What does he have to do with it? He is completely outside of the picture. How about you blame Carrick for the management yesterday? How about you blame some of the players for the lack of intensity? Because I watched the game yesterday. I watched the game. The lack of intensity, the lack of urgency in the first half, barely created anything. They only start to react when West Ham scored the goal. Luke Shaw wasn't great. Ahmad wasn't great. Muemma wasn't great. How about you blame them rather than blaming this guy, fam? What does he have to do with it? You're telling me he is putting pressure on you guys to win. Pressure from a fan. How are you getting pressurized by a fan? By one random fan who's asking you to win. What's happened to the almighty Man United? Glory bad United. What happened to you, man? Now, this to me is crazy. And imagine how he must feel now. Because I'm looking at it like I'm putting myself in that shoe now. Imagine if I support Man United and I love Man United and I'm doing it because I love it. I want them to win. It's 5 games, bro. It's 5 games. Brother, if he supported Real Madrid and he's done it with any other team, City, with Arsenal, with Madrid, with Barca, everyone would have won, fam. It's just because it's you guys. You guys are just trash. How about you blame you guys for not being able to win 5 games? How about you blame you for not being able to rather than blaming my man? He's just doing a harmless gimmick. Harmless gimmick, for which, bear in mind, is going to charity act. He's doing a harmless gimmick, and people all of a sudden are hating on my man. Like I said, this is jealousy. This Wayne Rooney, come on, act. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Imagine now how he must feel. I'm supporting Man United. Wayne Rooney's talking about me in a negative way. He hates me. Why? Because I'm doing a gimmick. He apparently thinks that I'm the reason why Man United are not winning games, fam. I'm the reason why Man United on the Ruben was meaty. I'm the reason why Carrick can't beat West Ham. I'm the reason for that. Why the hell are you guys even looking into it in the first place? The only people to blame is the media. He's not doing anything. He's just continuing his gimmick. The media is to blame. The media is bringing it into a massive attention. Sky Sport asking Carrick. The media is to blame. Don't blame my man. He's got nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. So Wayne Rooney, have some shame. Have some shame, fam. How about you call Carrick yourself and blame him for the result, fam? Man's blaming this Dunny, fam. Frank, Sutton. Now that is crazy. Sorry, guys. I just had to give my opinion, voice my opinion on this, because what I've seen over the past 24 hours is stupid, bro. Like, man are blaming one Donny for a team not being able to win in 2026. Bro, this is why I say, like, even during my watch-alongs, when people say, oh, you're jinxing Real Madrid, you're jinxing. For me, it's just fun. But how are we believing in the jinx in 2026? How? Come on, Ike. Have some shame. Have some shame. The mighty Man United is being pressured by a fan because they have to win 5 games in a row. Imagine you ask that question to Sir Alex. Let's see how he would react to it. Let's see how Ronaldo would react to it. Ronaldo would react to it. Roy Keane. You guys are mentality monsters, no? You guys were living through the era, no? Gary Neville and them, man. What? You guys are now being pressured by one guy because he's asking you to win a game? 5 games in a row? You guys couldn't even do that now, but now it's my fault? Get out, man. What kind of mentality is this? Get out, bro. But yeah, listen, I've given you my opinion. I would love to hear your opinion down in the comment section, what you guys make of the whole situation. For me, it's stupid. For me, I find it crazy that it's led to that point where you've got former players coming out and saying he's pissing me off. Pissing you off. Like, for me, it's crazy. But like I said, put down in the comment section what you guys make of the whole situation, whether you agree or disagree with what I have to say. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you soon with another video. Peace.